Good morning, everyone. Welcome all of you to today's accountancy class. So let us study today how to write journal entries. So before going to the topic, just remember the previous topics which we discussed. Okay. So the accounting is a process. It is an art. Special skill is required to do accounting. So accounting is the art of recording, classifying, summarizing. So the first step towards accounting is recording the transactions. So in the previous class we discussed on how to classify the transactions or according to different rules. So different rules how we can apply and what are the rules of accounting, how we can classify a transaction under different rules or debit aspect, credit aspect, how we can take out or analyze from a particular transaction, all those things we discussed. Okay, so in previous class I told you the format of journal. A date column will be there, then particulars, then LF ledger folio number, that's the page number, then debit amount, credit amount. So these are the amount or the columns of a journal. So journal and subdivisions, that is subsidiary books, subdivisions of journal also, just names I told you. Okay, so today we'll discuss a question to how to write the journal from a transactions. So vouchers will help, or the source documents which will help us to prepare journal. So for exam point of view, you have to study from this onwards uh, in a proper way, because accounting equation of course you have to study and understand. One question will be there, exam point of view I am saying. So journal also, from exam point of view, here onwards really your problem part is starting, or the accounting process part is starting. Okay, so we'll go to the question and discuss it. So here some more than 20 transactions are there, I think. So this is a transaction about a business starting from the commencement of business. So April 1st, April month details are given, full April month. So April 1st, Ram started business with cash rupees 50,000. So he started his business with the cash 50,000, and purchased the goods for cash 20,000. Purchased goods from Subhash 12,000. Purchased furniture for cash 6,000. Sold goods for cash 13,000. Sold goods to Mahesh rupees 15,000. Paid cash to Subhash rupees 8,000. Received cash from Mahesh rupees 10,000. Purchased goods from Ravi for cash rupees 7,500. Purchased goods from Ravi rupees 5,500. Sold goods to Suresh for cash rupees 12,600. Sold goods to Suresh for cash rupees 12,600. Again I read, I think. Okay, sold goods to Suresh rupees 7,000. Bought machinery for cash rupees 25,000. Withdrawal cash from office for personal use rupees 2,500. Paid rent rupees 400. Paid wages rupees 450. Paid salary to Gopal rupees 1,200. Received commission rupees 200. So these are the transactions from 1st April to 30th March. So in between some dates are not there, no problem. Whenever the transaction is happening or occurring on that date only we will put. Okay, so how to write journal for this? So for each and every transactions, you know, in the previous class also a little bit I explained, we have to find out the debit and credit aspects, which account should be debited and which account should be credited. That is the important part. Okay, so I will just write and explain it. Okay, so we'll go to that. Okay, so here first transaction onwards I will tell you. Only this question will discuss like this. Next onwards directly you can write. When you see a transaction now you will be able to write. Now here Ram started business with, I'm not writing this transaction full. Ram started business. Okay, so what is the amount involved in the transaction is 50,000. So he started business. So starting business, first one, what are the things involved here? You know, cash. One aspect is cash, another aspect is capital. So starting time, whatever the partner, sorry, the owner brings, that is called what? Capital, and it is in the form of cash. He can bring goods, building, land, anything he can bring. So cash he is bringing, is saying cash. So we are writing one aspect cash, another aspect is capital. So cash is what? Asset. So increase, decrease, no, that will be easy for you. Asset increase, asset increase what? Debit. This is capital is liability, liability also increase credit. So what to do? Cash account debit, capital account credit. So how will write? Cash account debtor to capital. Okay, cash account debtor to capital. So this is the first entry, 50,000, 50,000. I show the journal entry separately in the PPT. Okay, so now only I explain this one, which is debit, which is credit. Okay, so second one is purchased goods for cash. So purchased what? Goods. So when we purchase goods, which account will open? Purchase account will be open. Remember, not stock account, purchase account. And goods for what? Cash. So for cash, when they say, one aspect will be cash. So you see, purchase is what? Our expense. Expense what? Increase. Expense increase means debit. So that rule you thoroughly understand. By heart it, then only you will be able to write this. Then cash is what? Cash is asset. When we purchase goods, cash increase or decrease? We have to pay cash. So cash is going out. So cash decrease. Asset decrease means credit. Okay. So previous class we discussed the rule. I think you remember. Okay. So asset and expense, same rule. Asset increase, debit. Expense increase, debit. Liabilities increase, credit. Income increase, credit. Okay, so this way we have to classify the four accounts. So asset and expense, same rule. Same way the decrease will be opposite. So asset decrease means what? Credit. Then expense decrease also credit. Liability decrease, debit. Here also income decrease, debit. Okay, so these four rules you remember, that you can check in the previous class notes, it will be there. So this is the thing. So purchase debit we have to write in debit. So first line will be purchase account. Whatever debit we have to write in the first line. So purchase account debtor to cash. Okay. Now third one is, or on fourth, date fourth, purchase the goods from Subhash. So here purchase, here also purchase. Goods only we purchased from whom? Subhash. So it is not given for cash. This one is purchase goods for cash. So cash is an aspect. Here what they are saying, they purchased but from Subhash. That means the person's name is given. So person's name is given means one aspect is of course purchase. The other aspect is who? Subhash, because money has not paid. So purchase is what? Expense. So expense increase. When we purchase, the expense is increased. So increase debit. Subhash is who? Subhash is the creditor. We have to pay him money. We didn't pay money. That's why Subhash's name is written. We will pay afterwards. So Subhash is a liability for us. So liability increase, credit. Liability increase, credit. Okay. So one rule you remember, so that you will be able to remember the other one. So who will be debited? Purchase account will be debited and Subhash account will be credited. So how to write journal entry, I told you already. That's why I'm not writing this. Okay. Otherwise video length will be more. Okay. Now fifth, purchase. Next also purchased, but it is furniture. Purchase furniture for cash. So when cash is there, cash is an aspect. So cash is one aspect. The another aspect is purchase furniture means don't take purchase. Only for goods purchase you can take what purchase, but for furniture purchase, any asset purchase, take that asset as an aspect. So cash is an asset, you know. A asset. So when you purchase the furniture, what happened to cash? Cash has gone out. Means cash asset decrease. Cash position decrease. So asset decrease. What to do? Credit. Okay. Furniture also asset, but furniture is increased. नया furniture business में आ गया. So increase. So furniture increase. Asset increase means what? Debit. So what should be debited? Furniture account debtor to cash. Furniture will be in the first line. Second will be to cash we have to write. Okay. So next one is sold goods for cash. 7. Sold goods for cash. Sold goods. What we sold? Goods we sold. So when goods purchase, we write purchase. So when goods are sold, we have to write one aspect sales. Okay. So when goods are involved, that time only purchase sale word will come. Any other items, assets, when you purchase, that asset name you have to write. That is the main difference. Sales for what? Cash. So when cash is involved, cash is an aspect. So sale is what? Sales means, so income is increased. Income increase. When we sell goods, we are getting money, so income increase. Sale increase means credit. Okay. Then cash is what? Asset. Asset also, asset position, what happened? Increased. You are getting cash, more cash. When you sell products, you will be getting more cash. So asset increase, debit. So what we write? Cash account debtor to sales. Cash account first line it will come, then sales. Okay. Now 9th, sold goods to Mahesh. See here, sold goods. Here also sold goods to Mahesh. See here, sold goods for cash. So sales and cash. Here they are saying sold goods to Mahesh. So Mahesh name is there. Just like a purchase I told you, when name is there, cash is not received or paid. Here we are selling goods. The customer Mahesh has not paid the money. So one aspect, you know, whenever sale is there, sale is one aspect. Cash is not there means that person's name is there. So Mahesh is another aspect. So now we'll see sale is income. Already I told you, income increase, credit. Even though we are not getting money, we will get it afterwards. So we have to consider it as income only. Then Mahesh. Mahesh is who? Debtor. Okay. All debtors are our asset. Asset increase, then debit. Asset increase, debit. Okay. So this way. So now who is debit? Mahesh is debit, sales credit. Mahesh account debtor to sales. Okay. Now next one, paid cash to Subhash. Paid cash to Subhash. Paid cash to Subhash. So one aspect is what? Cash. Another aspect is Subhash. Now cash is what? Cash is asset for us. Cash paid means cash position decreased. Asset decrease. What to do? Credit. Okay. Now Subhash is who? Subhash is to whom we pay money. To our creditor only we pay money. So creditor means liability. Liability decrease. So decrease in liability, what to do? Debit. Okay. So when I am saying this, you check with the rule. Okay. So debit. So who will be debited? Subhash account debtor to cash. Subhash account will be in the first line. To cash will be in the second line in the journal. Okay. Now next one is received cash from Mahesh. This is paid. Now received. When we receive money, what to do? So received cash from Mahesh. So here two aspects. First we have to identify. Cash is one aspect and Mahesh is another aspect. So received cash means cash is asset. Asset increased. Cash आ गया business में. So cash increase. Asset increase means debit. Mahesh is who? Mahesh is our customer. Then only we receive money from our customers only. So those who have to pay us, debtors. Debtors also asset. Asset decrease. When the debtors pay money, that present debtors amount will decrease. So asset decrease means credit. Both are asset, but one asset increase, another is decrease. So that is why one is debit, another is credit. So cash account debtor. This debit is cash. So cash account debtor to Mahesh. Okay. Now next one is purchase goods from Ravi for cash. Purchased goods again. Purchased goods from Ravi for cash. This is cash transaction or credit transaction. For cash is given, then it means cash transaction only. So the name is not important. Okay. When cash word is not there, then only name is there, then that name is important. When cash is given, that name is not important. Okay. So purchase goods means what is one aspect? Purchase is one aspect. Here Ravi is not important because it is for cash. So cash. So purchase is expense. Already we told purchase expense increase. Debit. Cash is asset. For cash we purchase may asset has gone. Cash has gone. So asset decrease. Credit. Okay. So purchase account debtor to cash. So after writing some more entries, no, you will be able to write suddenly. You can write without writing these steps and all. You can suddenly write. Purchase goods means purchase account debtor to cash. Purchase from Mahesh means purchase account debtor to Mahesh if cash is not paid. Like this, we can adjust or think and write immediately. Okay, it will not take much time once you practice it very well. Now next one is purchase goods from Ravi. Now you see cash word is not there. Purchased goods from Ravi. So they are saying only Ravi. Purchase goods from Ravi. For cash is not there. Here for cash is there. So what you have to write? Purchase is one aspect. This Ravi is another aspect. Okay. So when money is not received or paid, that person is very important. That's why we have to record his name. So purchase is expense. Expense increase. Debit. Ravi is the liability we have to pay goods from Ravi. So liability also increase credit. Okay. So purchase account debtor to Ravi. So if we purchase for cash, purchase account debtor to cash. If we purchase on credit, purchase account debtor to Ravi. Understood? No? Instead of cash, we have to write that person's name. That only. Okay. So this way you have to pass all the journal entries. So other journal entries also will discuss. Okay. So in the same way, next one is sales. Sold goods to Suresh for cash. So here also cash word is there. So one aspect will be what? Cash. What has done is sales. So cash is what? Asset. When you sell goods, cash position will increase. So asset increase, debit. Then sale is income. Income. Income increase, credit. Okay. So cash account debtor to sales. That will be the journal entry. Understood? No? Because cash is involved, so Suresh is not important. Next one we'll see. Sold goods to Suresh. If only sold goods to Suresh is given, then what to write? Sold goods to Suresh. Then cash is not involved. Who is involved? Suresh is involved. Suresh and sales. Sales, no change. If cash sales, credit sales, sales account will be there. If cash sales, then cash